spear to the face there by Morning, and like we always mention time and time again in the Garena Premier League, those javelins are just so annoying to deal with.
Yeah, and I can see in the Twitch chat we are actually having questions about the 3.14 change. So like I said, the GPL will not be played on the 3.14 patch this week at least. So we will be having it played on the 3.13 patch, even though the 3.14 patch is already live on the servers. We are playing in the tournament realm, so let's just see what's happened. So good poke coming in from Morning.
That's right. I think, you know, for the 3.14 patch, it's kind of a big leap if you ask me. If you want the players to,
I think big leap is a little bit of an understatement.
Yeah. Okay. A gigantic Titan-like leap for the players to try to overcome, especially when it only came live for 1 day. So in a sense, we will be going for a more stable patch and a patch where the players are more familiar with the 3.13 patch.
Yeah, we see and evade. Ren still inside, gets hit by the taunt.
And there we go. The entire team of Taipei Assassins will collapse onto Rin and Archie with the flash, and Dinter as well following suit. That will be BB picking up the first blood. That was just a misfortunate event.
Yeah, but on one hand, we actually have Infinite getting caught out. First blood going to BB, but we do have Ren burning his ghost away, and Archie, Dinter have both lost their summoner spells. So I don't know whether it's a worthwhile trade, but some say that first blood will be worth it no matter how many spells you burn for it.
That's right, first blood is always worth it, and having that first blood just, you know, boost your team's momentum for the next 3 minutes at least, as we do see Dinter starting with a very aggressive move going to take away the red buff away from Team Infinite. And Morning here playing extremely aggressive and just poking down and chucking down to Good Guy there. Will Good Guy actually go down there? It does not seem like Morning will follow up with that, but a very aggressive play coming in with this Nidalee pick.
Yeah, definitely very aggressive. So in that first blood invade, he actually allowed Oppa on Vayne to actually kind of farm and push the wave in because they saw Archie in the top lane and was not able to rotate down in time. It seems that TPA will be happy to lane swap. Morning will burn the flash just to escape that flag lance combo.
That's right, instantaneous flash coming in from Morning, and that's the weakness I feel for the Nidalee mid lane, is that you don't really have a very good escape tool until you hit level 6 when you have the pounce, when you go into your Cougar form. So you are quite, you know, susceptible to ganks in the early stages of the game. So I think it's going to be up to Posh Cup to apply pressure into the mid lane and control the mid laner for TPA in that sense.
Yeah, BB taking the turret down quite low. We do have another gank attempt coming in from Posh Cup pretty soon. He is hanging around the mid lane. River will meet up with Dinter quite shortly. They do start duking it out. Posh Cup being taken down extremely low.
That's right, so very good answer coming in from Dinter. He knew for a fact that Posh Cup would want to apply pressure in the mid lane, so he was just standing by, just ready to answer to that in that sense. And Archie now taking some damage from the combination of Oppa and iFly here. This look like, you know, they are comfortable with this lane swap, given the fact that they would put Vayne in a very comfortable position to just CS comfortably and, you know, get as much goal as possible in this 2v1 matchup.
Yeah, there will be a dive coming in.
There we go with the dive, and Ririn once again taken out by Jay this time around. So 2 for 0 in terms of kill advantage for Taipei Assassins in this early game stage.
Yeah, the Ignite does pick him up, giving Azubu Taipei Assassins a 1.3k gold lead at 5 minutes into the game.
That's right, and you know, for at least for Team Infinite, they won't be too crippled, but they do have to be careful not to give away too much gold to Taipei Assassins as well. Because Taipei Assassins, you know them for their playstyle. Once they get a good advantage in, they will just bite onto it like a hound and not let it go.
Yeah, I really like the aggression coming in from the Azubu Taipei Assassins. They got the first blood onto Ren, and this really set him back in the laning phase. And as a Nasus, actually we have some action in the mid lane. Morning taken down very low.
That's right, it does look like Morning will go down to Posh Cup there. So very good strategy coming in from Infinite there. They knew for a fact that, you know, they have to control Morning right from the start, and that was what they did. But at the same time now, Oppa and iFly following onto their aggression, but they don't have the turret at this point of time. And there we go with the taunt onto Oppa, that he will take some damage from the turret, but nevertheless Oppa and iFly just turns right back onto him and smacks him down to about a third of his HP.
Yeah, and like I was saying, taking Renrin down so early and putting so much aggression on him, he only has 7 CS in 5-6 minutes into the game, and that's going to be extremely detrimental. Is unable to stack his siphoning strikes, and I think very good play coming in on the side of the Azubu Taipei Assassins. And on the side of Team Infinite, a great gang coming into the mid lane, taking Morning down low very quickly, getting the kill.
That's right, it does look like what Assassins want to do at this point of time is to rotate back and go for that 2v2 switch up, as long as, you know, because they have taken out the top lane turret, so we'll just protect this bottom turret as much as they can, but it will just leave Rinrin for some space up in the top lane, as we do see some good damage coming in with the accelerated shock blast combo as well as the dark winds.
Great bouncers coming in there.
That's right, very good calculation. Will take Oppa down to about half of his HP as well as iFly. So they will decide to back off from the lane.
Yeah, and I really like the early level tier coming in from BB. That gives him a lot of time from now to stack up that tier. Hopefully he will get it, you know, pre-25 minutes, and that's gonna really snowball and give him that power spike advantage for the siege potential coming in from both Morning as well as BB. The amount of poke coming in from both champions is going to be very strong. So right now TPA will be happy just to take the dragon.
That's right, so once they take this dragon, it looks like it's going to be uncontested, and with Smite, Dinter will take it away from the team, so that will bring their goal lead up to a good 2.5k advantage just about 7 minutes in.
Yeah, and I really like what Renrin is doing in the top lane. He's actually freezing the entire lane up there and has already caught up in CS. Archie is unable to take any sort of CS advantage itself, but while all of that is happening, TPA has just been helping themselves to the jungle of Team Infinite.
Right, helping themselves like a buffet,
like
call
a buffet.
That's right, and I think that's the one big advantage when you freeze a lane, which is you kind of expose yourself to where your position is constantly, and that allows one extra member on the side of your opponent team to just kind of roam around and apply pressure in another lane, which was what we saw. And because of that, Azubu TPA was able to take out the dragon, as well as just take away the blue buff and deny that from Team Infinite once again.
Yeah, Nasus, however, does have his teleport up, so we cannot account for the, cannot discount from the fact that Nasus can appear in a team fight at any time. That's kind of just to counter Archie's Stand United. He does just hit level 6. He will have that Stand United up, so the global presence from the side of the Azubu Taipei Assassins will be coming in very shortly.
Right, once again, BB and Jay just playing also aggressive down into this bottom lane, and rightfully so as well. They want to just quickly build up their advantage, and I think, for a poking champion like Jace, in that perspective, you would want to just apply all this early game pressure before Vayne hits that threshold of that power spike, and that would spell a lot of trouble for the side of Taipei Assassins. But with that being said, Taipei Assassins still having a very comfortable goal lead, 2.7k, 8 minutes in, and that's something that Team Infinite has to answer for.
Yeah, and right now it seems that Archie returning to the top lane, he will continue to just CS with Renrin. Renrin, 2 kills down, has 2 deaths to his name, but managed to kind of catch up in the CS, has that Negatron cloak as well as the Doran's blade on top of the boots of speed, so he's going to be very happy with those items.
Right, but I don't know, man, what do you think about the Negatron cloak start for Renrin over here? It's kind of a weird item start for him, wouldn't you say?
I mean, the pokes coming out from Morning as well as the lane, his lane opponent being Archie, that Negatron cloak can kind of help him in lane as well as kind of negate some of the poke. He should go for the Spirit Visage early to help with his lifesteal as well as regeneration coming in, so I think it's something good. So we do have that fear going down to Oppa, taking him down quite low, so some aggression coming in the top lane right now.
That's right, Dinter will be looking to go on the gang onto Renrin there. Does look like the ball breaker is charged and the taunt just missing. Whoa. And once again, Renrin just dodging in and out of the way. There we go. The assault battery, and in the meantime we do see a kill down in the bottom lane as Porsche Cup gets involved in this one. Does look like Jay will go down the process. 2 kills will go to the side of Team Infinite there, and Renrin will not escape the clutches of Taipei Assassins. So some kills up in the top lane and some action down in the bottom lane as well.
Yeah, those were some good jukes there coming in, and we will see the replay.
Right, we will see what happened down in the bottom lane.
Yeah, so we actually have BB overextending way too far. The flag spear combo does miss, but the flash does come up from BB. The Cataclysm comes in from Porsche Cup, allowing Porsche Cup to pick up the kill, and the follow-up kill onto Jay under the turret. So at this point in time, the bot lane turret will go down after the 2 kills on the side of Team Infinite. So Team Infinite doing very well to come back into this game. mid lane outer turret is going to be extremely dangerous because of the fact that both this opens up the map a lot for the Azubu Taipei Assassins, and this is what they want. Coming in, Morning is now putting some damage on the mid lane turret. If they can take this down, or even if they don't take this down, defending this mid lane outer turret is going to be extremely dangerous because of the fact that both the turrets in the top lane have already gone down. If the rotation comes in from Dinter as well as Archie to the mid lane for a gang under the turret, is going to be extremely potent and extremely dangerous.
Right, and Dinter in this game has done pretty much a very good job. Every single presence he makes in the lane will result into a kill. This point of time, 1, 0, and 2, so involved in pretty much every kill that is on Taipei Assassins at this point of time as BB takes down the bottom turret. So once again extending their turret advantage 3-1 in terms of turret and building themselves to a good close to 4,000 goal lead in this game.
This mid lane outer turret is going to be extremely hard to defend at this point of time in the game, so Good Guy needs to be extremely careful, and the fact that the turret has already gone down so low is going to be very dangerous on the side of Infinite.
And all this early game, aggression coming in from Taipei Assassins just locks Good Guy down into the mid lane, and because of that he is unable to be the assassin that he wants to be, as we do see, Taipei Assassins once again just grouping up into the mid lane, and they will take down the turret once more. So once again building up that goal advantage, just taking every single thing away from Team Infinite.
Yeah, so no sneaky rotations as I've hoped for, but still very straightforward play coming from the Azubu Taipei.
Team Infinite has gone down, so they can put deeper wards and try to catch out Team Infinite as much as they can.
Yeah, let's take a look at the vision control coming in from both sides. I see a lot of jungle wards coming in from Team Infinite on their side, and just some objective wards coming in from Azubu Taipei Assassins. They do not want to be caught out in their own jungle. Look at the pink ward coming on their blue buff. They really need that blue buff, which has already been given to Good Guy. So that's a good job there. And Renrin still hasn't burned his teleport just yet, just farming in the top lane. Has now taken about a 15 CS lead over his counterpart Archie.
Right, and I fly here with the early oracles, and that's the one item I would miss so much in the pie patch.
Oh, the pie patch.
No more all-seeing eye of Sauron.
No more Sauron's eye.
No more Sauron's eye there. And there you go.
So many movie references today, Chris. Have you been watching a lot of movies lately?
Well, I have been watching quite a bit of movies.
Have you been catching?
I have been catching some fire. Actually.
Catching some fire?
Yeah,
yes.
catching some fire indeed. And there you go. Once again, there is the poke coming down from Taipei Assassins, and just look like they will be able to take out this mid turret with ease here. Would Good Guy and Renrin know they will decide not to go in for the contest? So, just looking at the turret go down in front of their very eyes.
It's very interesting because Infinite has a pretty decent engaged composition coming in. Sona does not have the crescendo up at this point of time. Maybe they were waiting for that cooldown, but the Cataclysm as well as the Frozen Tomb is up from Good Guy. So both Poshka and Good Guy have their ultimates up. Jarvan and Lysandra can go in for the initiation easily. Once iFly's crescendo is up, I do expect them to defend on an objective, especially that last inner turret.
That's right. And it does look like Taipei Assassins is winning this race against time here, because they know for a fact it's not advisable for them to drag this match over 30 minutes when Oppa and Renren will just be too scary for them to deal with. And because of that, they have been pressing on to their advantage. So at this point of time, 16 minutes in with a good 5,000 goal advantage, and that's a comfortable position for them to be in.
Yeah, something interesting I just realized, all 4 kills, all 4 deaths actually on the side of Infinite has been on Nasus, so everyone else still doing pretty decently in lane, just that Nasus has kind of been feeding, I guess, but you can't really call it feeding if he's just been freezing the lane.
Well, let's just say, there has been a lot of focus being put on top of him, especially up in this top lane. We've seen, Dinter just visiting him time and time again. And I don't know, man, it's a pretty scary thought for him.
Yeah, it's a pretty scary thought, but he should be happy to stack up those siphoning strikes. Let's see how much stacks he has actually gotten on that Nasus itself. On the
Right, let's take a look. It's at
198, so not the best stacks, but still that will slowly start to power up on his siphoning strike. So we may be able to see some really powerful kills coming in from Renren shortly, but at this point of time I doubt so. But whoa, look at this aggressive play coming from the Azubu Taipei Assassins. They are doing a very sneaky Baron.
Right, but in the sense they do have the firepower to do so, and I always like to see, just Vi in the jungle go for this early Baron, because of the fact that those denting blows kind of work like the silver bolts coming in from Vayne here. It does look like, I think Team Infinite might have smelt something here, but at the same time, Taipei Assassins taking one of the earliest Barons in the Garden Premier League, and there we go, the flash coming down from Dinter, and the crescendo will come off from iFly, but Dinter will have enough damage to secure the end. The Terrify comes in, Archie will secure the kill onto iFly there, so 2 more kills being secured on the side of Taipei Assassins with the Baron buff as well. Very good job coming in from them.
Yeah, I don't think the action is stopping anytime soon. Morning may decide to go in onto Good Guy and just decides to back off. Doesn't really have the mana to do it, and Dinter will now be trying to stop Renren in the top lane.
Oh, there we go. Dinter manning on and fighting Renren under his minions and under the Fury of the Sands as well. Will Renren actually come up on top? It does look like this brawl is not going to stop anytime soon, as we do see Oppa getting picked up in the bowling, and Dinter will have to escape from there, or does he? He will still brawl with Renren up in this top lane. Who will come out on top? Does look like Dinter will have the finishing shots of that. That will be his kill up in the top lane.
Yeah, in that time when Renren went down, Oppa was actually split pushing in bottom lane and just got pincered by both BB as well as Archie. So Azubu TPA are going to be very happy with those kills. Got the Baron buff as well as, I think, 3 kills or 4 kills out of that one.
Precisely, they just built with all this momentum, just making sure that they push ahead on that one. So having 4 more kills ever since they picked up the Baron buff, and it does look like they will be looking to take out the final inner turret that stands in their way to their victory.
It's going to be very interesting, and I see the item pickups coming in. Whoa, we actually have Archie camping there in the brush. I wonder what he was doing. He's trying to solo them. iFly taking a bunch of damage. Push cup. Whoa, that taunt goes in for iFly, and it's taken now extremely low. BB goes in as well, but no kills out of that one just yet.
Right, was he trying to go for that flash hammering strike? I don't know whether that combo is viable. And there we go, Morning will be picked up by Renren there, so a consolation kill coming in for their end. But at this point of time, it does look like because of that 2 members that was dedicated to kill Morning in the process, he will be able to take out this last in a turret that stands in their way.
Yeah, and Renren hasn't burned his teleport just yet, not even used it once, I think.
Well, I think it's mainly because of the fact that he has been pressurized so much up in the top lane. He has no chance to leave the lane at all, because if he leaves the lane, he knows for a fact that Taipei Assassins will be able to make advantage of that. And speaking of which, Dinter will be picking up Oppa, and actually the condemn comes down to Dinter, but that's not going to stop the assault and battery. BB picks up another kill for himself.
Yeah, BB very happy to pick up that kill as well. We do see him being 3, 2, and 1. Let's see how many stacks he has on his Manamune already. It's 20 minutes in. How many times do we have it up? It's almost completed. I do expect it to be completed in the next 3 or so minutes.
Right, but given the pace this game is going, he might just finish it before it turns into that also fearsome Muramana.
Yeah, I agree. Morning picks up his own blue buff, and he would just continue roaming. It seems that Infinite will need to pressure some turrets. They seem to be going for that outer top turret, and you know, minions just bashing away on it. Renrin as well as Porsche Cup. Spears being chucked out from the side. Oh, Porsche Cup taking a bunch of damage.
Right, so it does look like Morning will not be able to stop this push onto it. And there we go, the flag spear combo coming in from Porsche Cup, and it's slammed down, but you know, Morning just pouncing out of the way, and Archie will pick up the kill onto Porsche Cup there. It does look like it's going to be Team Infana backing away, but Good Guy once again getting caught out by the taunt, and Terrified will go down to him. Morning picks up the kill for himself, and very quick counter initiation coming in from Taipei Assassins, and they are not stopping. They are gonna chase onto Renrin onto this one. Does look like Renrin will have to run as quickly as he can as Dinter comes in with the with the vault breaker there, but slightly interrupted by the Terrifier.
Yeah. So he does juke the vault breaker, but eats a Terrifier in the face instead. So Azubu Taipei Assassins just completely going on the hunt this game. They are not willing to give Infinite any sort of comeback.
But I think that's the right play for them as well, because against a competition like this, you have to just smother them to death as soon as you can. And there we go with that one javelin, just taking down the health. And there we go, iFly once again being caught out by the assault and battery here, and everyone's just melting to the faces of Taipei Assassins here. Good Guy has to move out of the way and taking a javelin in his face, but he will not go down. Does look like it will open space for Taipei Assassins to take out this top inhibitor.
Yeah, you might be right. We may see the game end before BB can even complete the Muramana. It seems that they will rotate down to the middle inhibitor turret, take the inhibitor as well, and it seems that this game should be ending in the next few minutes.
Right, so much poke damage, and it is not, you know, those tiny tickle pokes as well. It just, every time it hits you, it's just so painful.
Yeah, it's gonna be a world for it to get hit. Archie gets withered down, gets hit by both Opa. The Blade of Ruin King passive does get popped, and the fight will break out very shortly.
There we go with the flag combo. Now Porsche Cup way too deep in the enemy lines, but is this the fight that they are looking for? Taipei Assassins is actually going quite low in this one, but they still have a ton of damage on their own end. Opa now taking also low. It does look like iFly will go down as well. That's the double kill for BB. Archie will pick up another kill for himself, and there we go with the final javelin toss. That's a clean ace for the Taipei Assassins. It does look like they will finish off this game as they slowly take down the Nexus turrets.
Yeah, look at the amount of damage being juggled around on the side of Azubu TPA. They are all with flashing red bars, with red bar, sorry. Morning just actually pops the heal to get him out of that flashing red zone. So it seems that it's going to be a 23-minute game coming in for the Azubu Taipei Assassins. So very